Hey, they said it couldn't happen, but using this everyday retail receipt, I was able to get ungated in a category, a brand, and I'm making about 70% margin on each sale. You're gonna wanna stay tuned to see exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. Let's get right into it.
On my own, I've been on my own little journey.
Hey, welcome back to the channel, beautiful people. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Just Notified, and in this playlist, I go over a lot of information that can help you be more successful selling on platforms like Amazon. I have a lot of information to cover today because I'm going to be going over how to get ungated in a category and a brand, as well as some different things that you can do to maximize your profit margins when you're looking to sell items on Amazon. But hey, I am going to ask you guys a favor. At the time of this recording, I'm so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. I would love it if you all would go crazy on the like and subscribe button for this channel and hit the notification bell if you enjoy watching content like this. It has been a journey so far being on YouTube, and getting into the partnership program and being able to monetize my channel would mean so much to me. Now, if you don't want to hit the like and subscribe button for me, I get it. But at least do it for the little guy Blade, so I'm able to make ends meet and put enough kibble in his bowl at night. Hey, but regardless, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and you're gonna want to stick to the end of the video so you don't miss out on any information that can help you get ungated on Amazon. Now, on this channel, I've helped hundreds of people to get ungated in brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and so many more. I don't know who we have watching, but I did want to ask, what is the last brand that you got ungated in? And if you're new here, what is the brand that you're working on getting ungated in right now? Let me know in the comment section, and I might be able to create a video about that in the future. So really quickly, before I get into how I got ungated in the beauty category as well as a brand, for anybody who is new to the Amazon ungating process, I did want to explain the difference between a category and a brand. So just as an example, if you look at an item like this, it is a DeWalt branded tool set. So if you found this listing inside of Amazon, you might be able to sell DeWalt, but you could be blocked in the category tools, for example, so you wouldn't be able to sell this particular item because it falls under that category. So with that being said, let's get into the item that I used to get ungated in beauty and how I got the invoice from Kohl's retail store to be able to get approved. Now, as most of my tribe members know, I am a power shopper of Kohl's. So I go onto the website on a daily basis just to check and see if there's anything that's on markdown. And on this day when I happened to be looking, I came across this Lancome, ladies, you might have to help me, I don't know. This Lancome branded mascara that they had marked down 50%. They were saying the MSRP was $27 and it was on sale for $13.50. So I went ahead and copied the title of the product and entered it into the Amazon Seller mobile app to pull up the listing. And once I pulled it up, I saw this. So essentially it's telling me that I have to request approval to be able to sell this specific item. Now, if you're newer to Amazon and you're not familiar with how a listing is laid out, if you look toward the bottom under selling eligibility, it'll say something like you need to request approval to sell in the beauty category. Now in this screenshot, I had already tried to get approved, and that's why it says you have requested for approval to sell in the beauty category. So anytime that you see this message underneath selling eligibility, this is an indicator that you have the opportunity to get ungated in a category as well as the brand that's on that listing. And I'll show you exactly how that works in a second. Now, I must also mention that if you get ungated in a category, that does not mean that you can sell every brand that's underneath that category, but it can help you get auto ungated for different brands that do sit under that category in the future. So going back into the listing, if you take a look at the top left, that's where the sales rank is. And for this item, it's at 11,942. My general rule of thumb is anything under 100,000 is a really good rank. Also at the top right, it does have a lot of 4.5-star average reviews. And then if you look toward the bottom where it says FBA offers, this is where you can see how many sellers are on this item, and then also what's the lowest price that it's selling for. So here we can see there are 35 sellers and the lowest price is $24.87. So with this item, given that I have the opportunity to get ungated in a brand and a category, I went ahead to take a look and see how much money that I might make off of it if I bought this item for $13.50 from Kohl's. So in the app, we're gonna click the tab where we can calculate our profits. And on this screen, I am going to select Amazon Fulfilled because I do plan to send this inventory into Amazon while it waits for a customer to purchase them. So here you're going to see the current selling price of $24.87. Underneath that are the fees with FBA, and then we can go ahead and list a cost of purchase toward the bottom. So we'll go ahead and put in $13.50. And with that, you'll see for every unit sold, we'll make about $4.10 a piece. And with that, those numbers are great. You're talking about making $4 a piece every sale while you're getting ungated in a brand and a category. But there is a way where you can make more money, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So I went back into Kohl's.com to purchase the items, and if you don't know, when you're applying to get ungated, Amazon requirements do state that you have to have 10 units of that item on the invoice in your application. So I went ahead and put the 10 items in my cart, but when purchasing it, I activated a cashback app called Rakuten, which I talked all about in my last upload. Now, to show you as a reseller why you need this app, this is a perfect example of how this cashback was able to increase my margins per unit sold of the mascara. Now, to be honest with y'all, I don't know what deal was going on this specific day, but usually with Kohl's, Rakuten offers like 1 to 2% cash back. But on this purchase, the cashback percentage was extremely high. So to show you what I mean, here's the email from Kohl's of my order confirmation. The mascara was $13.50 a piece. So in total for this order, I spent $135. Then immediately after, I received an email from Rakuten confirming that cashback would be in my account within a couple of weeks. And then they updated me a couple days later, and this was the amount of cashback that I got off of that order. But like I said before, this cashback amount is not normal when shopping at Kohl's. But let's go ahead and take a look at how this impacts my profit margins. So going back into the mascara listing, purchasing the units at $13.50 a piece, that would bring my profit to a little bit over $4. Now again, with the Rakuten cashback taking $30 off of that order, that dropped my total down to $105 or $10.50 a piece. So going back into the listing with the updated cost of goods, at $10.50 a piece, that makes my profit a little bit over $7 a unit. So again, guys, this is just an example that Rakuten is something that every reseller needs to have. And they have a promotion going on right now. So if you use my link in the description below, it'll be free to sign up and they will pay you just for using the app. So be sure to do that because it'll really help your profit margins when you're sourcing and selling items on Amazon. So about a week later, I received a shipment from Kohl's, and inside the box was this proof of purchase document. And this is exactly what I used when I applied on the Seller Central website to get approved to sell the beauty category. Now I want to say the timing I put the application in was probably somewhere around midnight. And then when I woke up the next morning, I had this email in my inbox letting me know that I had been approved to sell Lancome branded products. Now Amazon is a little bit tricky when it comes to some categories such as beauty, because they didn't send me an email specifically stating that I was ungated in the beauty category. But when I go back to the listing for this mascara, again, if you look toward the bottom under selling eligibility, there's now a green check mark and it says you can sell this product in new condition. I've also looked up a dozen other products in the beauty category and I'm able to sell them in new condition. Now, one way that you can look to find items in Kohl's.com to get you ungated in beauty, I would say look up anything that might be a facial cream, mascara, any type of skincare products, and then just cross-reference them into Amazon to see if it's something you're gated in that's inside of the beauty category. Now, in my opinion, this method of getting ungated is the most optimal because you are getting ungated and at the same time you're making money instead of losing money investing in an item just to get ungated. But even with that said, there are a few different products that I would recommend that you start getting ungated in now, such as Nike, just because it is such a major brand name and a powerhouse that could help grow your store. And the others that I have come across have been Lego and DVDs, just because it's so inexpensive to get ungated in those brands and categories. So if you are looking to get ungated right now, I do have step-by-step guides that are linked in the description below for Nike, Lego, and the DVD category. They're instant downloads, so you're able to get started right away. Now, I can't tell if y'all are impressed or not by this method, but if you are and you plan on trying to use this in the future, go ahead and spam up a fire emoji in the comment section for me. so we can keep this video going, so I can show you exactly how to apply for approval using a Kohl's invoice. Now, I know for a fact that you guys have questions. Usually when I cover ungating, there are a ton of questions, and although I try to answer them in the comment section, the best way for me to walk you through specific details is by becoming a part of my exclusive member community, where you'll have access to me 24/7 through a private community chat as well as live stream Q&As. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to check out my Patreon that's linked in the description below. And I also wanted to shout out my recent members for joining and being a part of my community. Another thing that I wanted to call out that I think is very undervalued in being successful in this business of reselling or any other type of business. I heard a quote the other day that stuck with me, and it said, "The only way to win is to learn faster than everyone else." And I fully agree with that, because I think knowledge is power, and the way that I have been learning about Amazon and other facets of business has been through audiobooks on Audible. Now, Audible has thousands of educational titles that you can choose from, anything from reselling to business to investing and a lot more. Now, when I first signed up, I started listening to motivational speakers like Gary Vee's Crush It series and Eric Thomas's Secrets to Success. And that helped me so much to stay inspired and to stay focused on the goals that I had for myself. But the absolute best thing about it is that I could listen to these audiobooks on the go. So if that's anything that you might be interested in, if you use my link in the description below, you can sign up completely for free. And in addition to that, you will get one audiobook completely for free. And if you're a Prime member, you can get 2 audiobooks with no charge to you. So I would encourage you to sign up if you do want to expand your knowledge or just continue learning in any area of life. And again, my link will be in the description below, which is audibletrial.com/justnotified. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, if you do want to see exactly how to use Rakuten to improve your profit margins, or if you'd like to see a step-by-step walkthrough of how to use a Kohl's invoice to get ungated on Amazon, go ahead and check out these videos next. Until next time, tribe.
On my own, I've been on my